Charter Local Edition with your host, Mark Staples.
Welcome to Charter's Local Edition, coming to you from Cody, Wyoming, from the Cody High School, host to the 2016 Wyoming Association of Municipalities Annual Conference. And one of the esteemed guests here is the mayor from Gillette, Wyoming, Louise Carter-King. Louise, thank you for joining us.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you been the mayor of Gillette?
Just a year and a half now. But before that, I was on the council for about 20 years. So mayor is new, but
Oh my God, what were you, 11?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're the youngest council person in
Yes.
the history of the council.
Yes.
I see it says, City of Gillette, energy capital of the nation.
Yes, that is true.
Where'd you get that? How'd they
We
come up with
produce more energy. I think at one time they said if we were our own country, we'd be the third largest producing country, in the world or something. So we've got, I think, 600 years of coal in our area, and oil and gas and uraniums and rare elements. So we really do. We are the energy capital.
I can attest to that because my roots are in Montana, and so many people I know went to Gillette, Wyoming, and made their living there and Now, you boomed for a long time. What's happening right now?
Well, right now we're on a downturn, that's for sure, with so many forces. We've got the federal government with their impositions on our regulations and everything. We've got low natural gas. We've got the fracking. A lot of elements that kind of are a perfect storm for a downturn.
Still, all the infrastructure you built for the boom times still has to be supported?
That's right. But the difference between this bust and, say, one that, would have happened 20 years ago, are people really are sad if they have to leave Gillette. If they lose their job, they want another job in Gillette because it has become such a wonderful place to live, grow, and raise a family. Back 25 years ago, when people would move there, they would say, I'm just going to make my money and then I'm off somewhere else. Well, those same people are now retired and have their children and grandchildren.
So you've got a lot of endeavors. There's quite a list here. You've got what's this Congressional staffer tour?
Well, we didn't feel like we were getting much help from the federal government or anyone else, so we figured we had to start helping ourselves. So what we started doing about 5 years ago is inviting congressional staff, and we'd like to get the senators or the representatives.
Pretty smart on your part, but the staffers though, because
That's
the staff,
right. They're the ones that
they're actually calling the shots.
exactly.
Yeah, the rest of them are raising money.
And so these people are from Washington, D.C., and when we bring them out here, they've never been here before. And I believe they have a preconceived notion that they're going to come to this dirty, dreary town with all of us,
Oil
covered in
rigs
soot.
yeah.
And that it'll just be horrible, and with the dirty air and everything. And to a person, they all leave being so impressed with our reclamation, and because Wyoming was into reclamation or green energy or whatever way before it was cool to be in. We take
Well,
them
it's
out
green
to the
like
mines.
Oz right now.
Yeah.
It's early June, but
It won't be for long.
Yeah.
But when we take them out to our coal mines, we'll show them two sides of the road, and we say one has been reclaimed and the other hasn't. Can you tell the difference?
Mm.
And they can't. They usually pick the side that looks better to say that it hadn't been touched, but actually it's usually the reclaimed. We put it back better than it was. But it's like kind of throwing that starfish back into the ocean. It's a slow process. We can only bring 15 at a time. But they all leave impressed, and we get feedback from our governor and our representatives that say they talk to people and say, "Well, that was the best tour I've ever been on."
Well, and they talk to each other when they
Yes.
get back to where they work. They all hang out at the same places. All the staffers hang together.
And it's not just Gillette. They go around to Sheridan and all over northeast Wyoming. So they get to see everything from the timber market, the wool market. We take them to a bison, a buffalo ranch, and these people have not ever seen anything like this. They just love
that's
it.
great duty. I would enjoy doing that.
Yes.
So
yes.
you got what? You got else? You got the National High School Rodeo. I remember that happens in Gillette.
Yes. We've had it before, I believe.
That's not a little thing,
Had it
is it?
twice. No, it isn't. It brings in around 5,000 people into our community.
To a town with what population?
Well, right now we're about 31,000.
So you increased the population by 1/6 for
Exactly.
this. Wow.
And it's crazy, but it's fun. You
Yes.
see all the dualies going around town, and we have to get about 800 volunteers, and everybody loves it. And they have asked us to be the permanent site.
And you're not debating that, I hope.
Well,
Oh, there's some expense to it?
well, sure.
It's like
sure.
putting on an Olympics.
Yes,
once.
it is. It's a tough. It's just a lot of volunteers for about
Oh, sure.
2 weeks. In preparation and the cleanup. But still, that's still in talking, because we do have a wonderful place venue to have it. They love Gillette because we have everything at one location.
Yeah.
So
You have one more thing coming up here, real quick. The Donkey Creek Fest. I love the
Yes.
name. It's a
Yes.
music fest, right?
that's right. And the best thing about it is free, but
Yeah.
it is local and regional artists come and play for 2 days straight. And there's art, and there's vendors, and there's just all things, and it's just lots of fun. And it's gotten bigger and bigger every year.
Well, on behalf of the Western United States, I would like to thank you and the people of Gillette for your economic contribution for the last half a century. I mean, seriously, we know. And
We
so,
appreciate that.
best of luck going forward, and thank you for coming to the conference. I'm
thank
sure
you.
you're a valuable addition, and thanks for stopping by and
it's-
visiting with Charter on Local Edition. Mayor Louise Carter-King from the city of Gillette. Thank you all.
Charter Local Edition has been an exclusive presentation of Charter Communications, providing original programming.